Fiction often blurs the lines between reality and imagination, with some characters in stories even taking on the role of authors themselves. These fictional books can offer deeper insight into the narrative or even serve as key plot devices. Below are 10 fascinating fictional books written by characters within their own stories, each adding a unique layer to their respective worlds. 1. The Tale of Peter Rabbit by Beatrix Potter, as written by the character Peter Rabbit. In Beatrix Potter's The Tale of Peter Rabbit, Peter Rabbit himself becomes an author of his adventures. The story within the story is about Peter's escapades in Mr. McGregor's garden, but within the book, Peter is depicted as a self-aware character who recounts his journey, offering readers a humorous look at his misadventures. 2. The Journal of the Plague Year by Daniel Defoe, as written by the character H.F. In Daniel Defoe's A Journal of the Plague Year, the protagonist, known only as H.F., takes on the role of a narrator, documenting the events and experiences surrounding the Great Plague of London in 1665. The journal format allows readers to experience the devastation and fear of the time from the perspective of an individual, blurring the line between fact and fiction. 3. The Book of the Dun Cow by Walter Wangerin Jr., written by the character Chanticleer. In the Book of the Dun Cow, the character Chanticleer, a rooster, writes a chronicle of his life and the lives of the animals in his world. This fictional book weaves allegory and myth, exploring deep moral themes through the eyes of its animal characters. 4. The Hound of the Baskervilles by Dr. Watson, as written by Dr. Watson. In Arthur Conan Doyle's The Hound of the Baskervilles, the character Dr. Watson narrates the thrilling investigation into the mysterious death of Sir Charles Baskerville. Though Sherlock Holmes is the primary detective, Watson's recounting of the case adds an extra layer to the storytelling, showcasing his admiration for Holmes' brilliance. 5. The Princess Bride by William Goldman, as written by the character S. Morgenstern. The Princess Bride is famously presented as an abridged version of a true story written by the fictional author S. Morgenstern. William Goldman, the real author, has fun with the narrative by including humorous footnotes and presenting the text as a historical document. This playful mix of fact and fiction creates a whimsical and engaging reading experience. 6. The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy, Gentleman, by Lawrence Sterne, written by Tristram Shandy. In Lawrence Sterne's The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy, Gentleman, the protagonist Tristram Shandy narrates his own life story in a wildly unconventional way. The book, full of digressions, anecdotes, and playful humor, is often cited as one of the first works of modern experimental literature. 7. Wuthering Heights by Nellie Dean, as written by Nellie Dean. In Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights, Nellie Dean, the housekeeper, writes the story of Heathcliff and Catherine's tragic love affair. Nellie's perspective is crucial as she recounts the turbulent lives of the characters, revealing her own biases and emotions, which shapes the reader's understanding of the events in the novel. 8. The Book Thief by Death, as narrated by Death. Marcus Zusak's The Book Thief is famously narrated by Death itself. The story follows Liesel Memminger, a young girl in Nazi Germany, as she steals books and shares them with others. Death, as an omnipresent narrator, reflects on the human condition, offering a haunting and philosophical perspective on the events of World War II. 9. Goethe's Faust, by Goethe, as written by Dr. Faust. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's Faust is a famous tragedy that includes the character of Dr. Faust, a scholar who makes a pact with the devil. In this text, Faust writes about his despair, his pursuit of meaning, and his search for fulfillment, which serves as both a philosophical and dramatic exploration of humanity's existential dilemmas. 10. The Book of Shadows, by the Charmed Ones, written by the Hallowell sisters. In the popular TV show Charmed, the Hallowell sisters, witches who protect the world from evil, have their own family book, the Book of Shadows. This book is not just a family heirloom but a detailed record of the magical beings and spells they encounter. The characters contribute to this magical manuscript, making it a key element of the show's mythology. These fictional books not only add depth to their respective stories but also illustrate the creative ways in which authors can expand the worlds of their characters. Whether used as a plot device, a vehicle for backstory, or an element of world building, books within books offer readers new perspectives and intriguing layers to explore.